Oh, wow. I think it's working. Oh my gosh. I have never gone live on YouTube before, and I only have like 12 followers. This is totally impromptu. It's not exactly like a planned thing or anything. But hi. Today I'm gonna be designing a tattoo. I don't know if I'm actually gonna put it on myself or not. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna get started on that like pretty much immediately because that's like the whole purpose of this thing. Wait a minute. Like I've never gone live before, so this is very new to me. One moment. I'm gonna like actually put it out on other platforms that I'm here and doing a thing. Oh my gosh. Actually, I kind of don't know what I'm doing. Let me see. I'm gonna do it on my phone. And if you're like watching this back, I'm trying not to just sit here quiet because there's no one watching. Again, this is impromptu. I didn't plan this. I'm just gonna get on here and do a little like tattoo design session. But because, probably a good thing on my very first one, nobody's really actually watching. There's like no one to interact with. And I'm a little bit concerned about just sitting here like in complete silence. Um, which is probably boring to watch back, which is why I usually speed up the live streams that I've done. YouTube. Yeah, I usually speed up my live streams and I just do them over on Facebook because I feel more comfortable just like sitting in complete silence, listening to some kind of podcast or something, and just, doing my thing. And, streams are like, they are definitely a muscle. They require a lot of talking. And funnily enough, I'm not actually a super talkative person unless I really know you. Um, but anyway, let's see. Let's see what happens. Oh wow. Holy shit. Oh my god. That is creepy. Oh wow. Is this what this feels like? This is weird. Anyway, let's do it. Let's actually get started. I'm like freaked out because I'm watching myself now at this point. That's crazy. Um yeah, let me go ahead and hop up here so you can see what I'm working with. And I have my breakfast right here. So if you see like some food, some coffee, it is 7:23 a.m. I just changed jobs. Yeah, if you remember my last video where I drew a very similar, not very similar, literally I didn't draw it actually in that video. I made the stencil for this thing alone. Yeah. So in that video, I kind of complained about the job that I was working at the time. I have since changed jobs. The The time of day that I'm gonna have to be awake though is completely different. So before I worked in Eikaiwa. Eikaiwa is a very much afternoon to night job. I have switched to an international school, and it's very much the opposite. Ignore this, ignore this. When you have a new baby lock and she's just not long enough to do the thing, she just goes where she wants to go. There's not much I can do about it. She's just gonna be out. Anyway, I'm gonna have to start getting up at 6 a.m. I used to get up at noon. I have woken up at noon for 8 years. I'm struggling. So I have like this cup of coffee over here to help me like actually stay awake. Anyway, I'm like 5 minutes into the stream and I ain't did nothing. Let me actually stand up so you can see what I'm working with. So when we are designing a tattoo for like a particular spot on somebody, of course we have to like get up, stand them up, and just like consider the space that we are working with. Again, I don't know if I'm actually gonna tattoo this on myself, and if I were, I'm not gonna do it in this live stream. I'm not prepared for that. Let's see. Let me stand up. Trying to make sure my skirt is down. It's a skirt. I don't want to like flash anybody because ew. So here I am. I'm standing. I am going to design it for this leg. I have a lot of space. My thigh is actually very big. This moth here looks more like a ginkgo leaf or something than a moth, but yeah. This is the real estate that I'm working with. I'm trying to keep my like actual butt covered and stuff. So the size of what I drew earlier, I would like to keep this size. This is just like a theoretical thing. I feel like I have to keep repeating that. Theoretically, I would like for it to go here. So actually, let me get a Sharpie. Theoretically, I think I want maybe a flower here by the star. And see, this is why we plan stuff out. I was gonna put a flower back here, but there's already flower there, so that's not a good idea. Maybe, I guess towards the bottom or something would be a decent flower idea. We're just gonna pretend this is a flower. Yeah, I think I like that better. And again, there's already flower all the way back there, so let's pretend that's a flower. I just know I wanted to put 2 flowers in here. Right. So I think I'm going to have one about here. Let me actually mark that here. And here's where I want it to fall. And then here and here. Okay. You're not actually going to see my face through most of this, really. So now I marked it. You can see, like, I'm going to put a flower here. And I'm going to put a flower here. It's kind of hard to see. It'll probably be easier once I change the angle. And the reason that I have to redraw this, let me actually angle you down now, which you will probably stay down until I'm finished or something. A little bit up. Yeah, so another reason for this awkwardness. YouTube doesn't allow you to do like mobile what is it? Live streaming until you have like X amount of followers, like X amount of whatever the fuck. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to curse. Until you have X amount of whatever, okay? I don't have that. I'm teeny tiny. So that's why we are just angling my laptop down and hoping for the best. But I'm gonna put it in this Copic sketchbook. That way I can color it if I want to. Don't know if I will, but it's nice to have the option. It's not that you can only color with Copics. That's just my preferred medium. So yeah, this is fine. This is fine. I'm also kind of into this one, but this is way too big. Yeah, I am kind of into this. Like now that I look at it, like from afar, kind of into it. I think I like this better though. I would like to have my tattoo style right now be informed by a few British tattoo artists, specifically Heidi Fury. I think she's British. I don't know. She live over there. Keely Glitters and Holly Astral. That's what I'm going for. And when you make a tattoo stencil, as you've seen me do before, you are essentially just tracing over your own work, possibly several times. So what I'm gonna do, there is like really crappy masking tape on this moth here. That way I can like stick him down and he won't move. But the masking tape is crap. Not because it's just like a crap, it is a crap masking tape, but that's not why it's crap. It's crap because it's been stuck on there for a really long time. As you just saw, I stuck it on my own leg and took it off. I've been sticking it on a lot of different surfaces, so it's not actually very sticky anymore. And these are going to be really small. Oh no. Usually, I would say screw it and just draw whatever size I wanted to and resize later. But because this is something that might actually potentially go on me, like for real, I think, wait a minute, let me double check again. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I actually feel like I should probably draw it to size so that I can see like the amount of detail, since I'm not going to go out of my way to like print it and stuff. And I'm just giving myself some marks to be able to line this back up later. There we go. So I can see it better. Like, where does everything actually go? Can you even see what I'm doing? Not super well. Yeah, not super well. You can't see it. Anyway, what was I talking about? I think I was saying I was going to draw it to size right now because A, I don't have a printer. B, if I do decide to put this on myself, like I said, I don't have a copier. I don't have a printer. I don't want to go out like down the street, around the corner to the 7-Eleven to print this. I would prefer to be able to just make the stencil and do it that way. Um, I am afraid about like the detail and stuff. I don't want to draw it with like all of this detail and then rescale it and it doesn't work as well as I want it to because I am a dark skinned person if you cannot tell. And one thing that I learned with the other moth on my leg that kind of looks like a ginkgo leaf and not a moth is rescaling stuff is like really cute and all, but sometimes it's kind of rough because you have a lot of detail and then you rescale it and everything's really, 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 really close together. And because the lines are so close together and you are dark skinned in the first place, you kind of can't tell what's happening. And then a moth ends up looking like a ginkgo leaf because the lines are all together. You can't really tell what's happening. Anyway, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna get started. Um, Admittedly, I have not drawn a flower in quite a while here. So, expecting a lot of mess ups there. That part's going to be fun. But that's fine. Worst come to worst, I can just get a new piece of paper. Decisions. So, one of my favorite things to do, if you have seen any of my drawing videos in the past, you've noticed that I use colors, like a colored lead when I draw. Usually I use one of these three. From this angle, with this crappy camera and with this lighting, I really only think this one is gonna show. So, I'm not excited about that. Let's see if it actually shows. Yeah, sort of. Sort of. So I guess I should use this one just because it's the darkest. This is an eraser. Like this is supposed to be a guide, not like a hard line, and you can already see the difference. And rolling it like this is a lot more gradual. You've seen if you watch any of the other stuff that I do, sometimes when I erase, I accidentally fold the paper, I accidentally rip the paper because I'm just like going at it, like, you know, like I don't care. And I'm trying to act like I care now. I'm trying to act like I care. Oh yeah, but anyway, yeah, I got a new job. Yay. As I did with my old job, I am not gonna say where I work, just what I do. There's hair in my eraser. That's really cute. That is the cutest. Yeah, I don't like to say where I work, just what I do. And what I do has not changed a lot by any means. Um, it's still in Japan. I might even actually walk by my old job's storefronts quite a lot. I still don't think I'm going to disclose where I was working. Mhm. Just like, if you know, you know, That's just it. I'm not gonna do that. I need hand sanitizer. I have a thing about germs. Yeah, I'm sitting on my floor when I draw. It kind of sucks. I need to move and like work, get like a proper workspace where I can sit at a chair on a cushion and be comfortable. Um, but yeah, like I was saying, I changed jobs. Yay. I'm actually really excited. I start on Friday. I It's in the same vein, but it is a little bit different. So I'm a little bit like, am I gonna be too tired? Frankly, I don't know. I hope not. I hope I can keep making stuff. I finally swallowed everything. Haha. But anyway, yeah, I am hoping that yeah, I'm hoping that it won't like tire me out because it is sort of kind of new. I am like slightly concerned that I'm gonna be really tired because it's just like, you know, it's new. Even if only a little bit, it is still something that I didn't quite do before. Um, I don't really have a image or anything in my head right now. I'm just trying to make something that I think would work with like a nice bold outline, which is kind of my jam. You wouldn't know that looking at my arm, but I really like bold tattoos on myself. So I'm hoping to create one right now. I do realize that this is upside down for you, but it's a flower, you know, it's a flower. I don't really know what else to tell you there. Flowers tend to just they look pretty decent no matter what angle you're at. is usually how flowers go. Um, and I'm using this as a reference so I can remember the style because, like I said, I haven't done this in a really long time. I have, what is that? Probably glue because I was making this thing. Oh, geez. Oh, boy. I was making this thing, which I intended to kind of look like flesh, like it's supposed to be kind of meaty or whatever. I think I achieved something in that regard. Felt like there was something on my face. And there's like actually sugar in here. Those are sugar cubes for like coffee and stuff. And that is protection oil that you just saw. And I was just saying that I'm dark skinned and I'm worried about the amount of details. So I'm just gonna completely erase that line. Erase it completely and do like that. And we'll call that the center of my flower. And just because, yeah, I'm gonna leave that dip there. I hate doing it like this because this means that I'm gonna have to take that eraser and roll it all over everything yet again before I line it so we can like actually see where the dips are coming in, but that's okay. And for the center, I don't know. I don't know what I want. Yeah, these are good questions. What do I want? Let's say we're going to put something here about that big and something here about that big. And I'm not like an expert or anything. This is just how I do things. I'm not like an expert flower drawer or whatever. This is just me in my style saying, hey, this is what I want to do. I kind of wish I had a teeny tiny little eraser. Oh, I'm doing the thing I didn't want to do. I'm just sitting here like completely silent because my concentration is elsewhere. I just said I didn't want to do that. And I still don't really want to do that. Okay. Um, yeah, I don't really know. What else can I even talk about? I don't know. I guess if you've been following me online, I've been coding or learning how to code, I should say. Because if I can, I would like to get into web design. As far as like long-term goals, right now, I just want to learn as much as I can. Let me put this back on here so I can see where we are. This is about where we are. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna need to go up from here. I'm not gonna worry about the bottom because you're not gonna see it. But yeah, I want to get into web design. I've decided, let's do like that. Because web design, or actually just like getting into tech, period, really, it's one of the few things that you can do as a foreigner here that actually pays a decent wage. I say that like I didn't just take a job that pays a decent wage, but you know what I mean. A lot of work here is very much English centric, which is fine. You know, I speak English. That's fine. Is no skin off my back to speak my native language. Just as I get older, I would like something to fall back on. I would like to be able to have the option to go, okay, I'm tired of doing that. Let's do something else, you know? Or like, God forbid, I'm getting older and people just like greatly, greatly underestimate how physical a job teaching English is, especially if you work with any children. But even if you don't, let's say you do 40 hours a week at your standard Kaiwa company, people don't realize how hard that is on your body. Just like from personal experience, I can say it physically hurts to sit there and talk for 40 hours a week. I used to be a very unhappy shut-in, mostly an unhappy shut-in, until I moved to like 32 hours a week, just because like it physically hurt my throat. It was a lot. It's like on top of everything that was already happening, moving to another country, this, that, the other. It hurts. And it is something that I'm like, okay, if it hurts at 30 something after, X amount of years, months, whatever, doing it, I should probably have something else that I can do to earn money. This looks like crap on camera. Oh my God, let me turn this around so you can actually see. You see it? A flower. It's taking shape. Yay. I don't even know if you heard that. Oh goodness. I'm not good at live streaming. Streaming. But yeah, a lot of people think that teaching is just like sitting there and you just talk and it's a good time every time. And it's like, no, um, not only is there actually thought involved, a lot of people think there's not thought involved, especially when you start something kind of new for you. There's a lot of thought involved. A lot of nerves, a lot of thought. And depending on your company, a lot of creativity. Some places are very strict and they don't allow you to do anything without like prior approval. But others, they're kind of looking at you cross-eyed if you don't. You do have to wing it a lot because it is working with people, and people are always going to throw you curveballs. People are always going to give you like a response or have a question that you weren't ready for. So it is a lot of like just playing it by ear, figuring it out as you go, that kind of deal. I don't want like my boob to. Um, let's have this coming out of here like this. I know I said I wasn't gonna do a bottom like this so much, and I'm not. Yeah, I'm not really. But, in order for there to look like something is actually coming out of here, you really should um actually draw it in there. So I'm gonna give us one more leaf here. Leaf, goodness. Petal. One more petal. To be like, hey, there's actually a petal under here. Totally, I promise. I mean, there's not gonna be another one that I've already started to draw. That one's not gonna actually get drawn for real, for real. Yeah, I might leave out some of these lines that show the like the actual direction. If you look at my reference, I have a lot of skinny lines in there. What I mean by that is like here and here, there's like these really skinny little these lines here. Those lines are put there to show I say direction. And what I mean by that is it's showing you how the petal is folding. Depending on how you curve that line, it can suggest to the eye that the petal is going this way, is doing like this. Well, let me show that again. This is kind of an experiment, so it kind of sucks, but you can see here, these curved lines are going like this way. So that makes us think that the petal is folding like this. But these curved lines are coming in this way. So it gives us the impression that the petal is coming in like this. That's what I mean. But these flowers are going to end up pretty small if I do end up putting them on my leg. I'm afraid of putting in too much detail here. I actually already think I might be going a little bit overboard already. I like legitimately don't know what to do with the inside because I'm scared to put any more line. Not scared. I don't want to put any more lines in there than I absolutely have to. Right now, I might even just do like some dots like this and call that a center. I know you can't see. Yeah, I might call that a center. I don't know. Can you still hear me? Look, I'm all behind the thing. I think I might just call this sort of thing the middle. It's easier for me to tattoo and hopefully won't look a hot mess if I space it out enough. But I'm almost done with this flower. I just need to do a couple more petals. Then I'm gonna line it and put the moth back on there and pick it up and show you. And then I'll get started on the other one, but I'm gonna have to flip it so I can do it because I like to draw flowers like from my perspective the right way up, but it's boring if the flower is always going the right way up. So I like to turn the paper and just draw it a different way. Um, let's see. I also need to go back here. So I don't know. I guess I do draw a lot of flowers. I guess I could say like some stuff about drawing flowers. Look, some of my friends tell me I possibly have like ADHD or something. Cause like, look, if you ask me to stay on topic, I can't. I can't do it. I'm sorry. If you ask me what I was talking about 2 seconds ago, I have no clue. No idea what I was talking about. Good luck, everybody. If you remember, thank you. Yeah, this is way too big for what I'm doing. Ignore that. That's my plugs. And look at this, like half eaten toast, half drunk coffee, because my brain is trying to focus on what's over here. What should I do? I don't even know. What should I do? I mean, I guess it kind of don't matter. It's a flower. It's gonna look like a flower no matter what you do at a certain point. I'm one of those people that write like if you ask me to write something naturally, I'm gonna write like this and it'll be a straight line going up. I'm a weirdo. I know. I mean, I know that's not uncommon, but it's a funny thing to be like, I'm gonna write horizontally, vertical. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna do here. Yeah, so this came out here, and this is here, and this is here. I guess I could go in for another petal, like a really yeah, I think I'm gonna go in like this. And you're not gonna be able to see this though. Yeah, there's no way you are even remotely gonna see this petal. But I'm gonna sketch it in here anyway. Uh, I'm going to sketch this in here anyway. So that I can see, just see it. It's always better to see it than not, even if nobody else will. I'm not gonna make it pretty or anything though. That way I can say, okay, that's there, and this is here. This is the very bottom petal coming out. Maybe it's like this. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, you won't see that though. You're not gonna see the majority of this. And here, I'm trying to figure out like what to do with this space because you will most definitely see this space. I think I'm gonna have one coming out like this. Yeah, one's gonna come out like this. Let me do like there's like a quick measure there. What was I finna say? I don't even know. Whatever. Mm, yeah, I don't like that. I think I'm gonna go in for some leaves next, which are, fun fact, my least favorite part of drawing flowers because I'm not the best at them. If I am 100% honest, I'm not that great at it. I'm working on it, but it's hard. Leaves suck. I'm just like going on a limb there. Leaves suck. Um, what was I talking about? Girl, I don't even know. I don't know. So let me just talk about something else. I don't remember what's happening. My focus is elsewhere right now. My focus is on drawing the picture. So I don't actually remember. Let's see. I don't know. Where should I put another one? Should I put like another one right here? I guess I don't really like to talk about like news on my channel because I don't I don't want to sound mean, but I don't really want to invite the opinions of other people on some of these news topics because whew, sometimes people are not kind. Sometimes, especially recently, people are blatantly phobic, and all of the ists and isms, and I just don't be wanting to invite that crap on my over here because this is just something that I do for fun. It's not something where I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely want to hear all of the whatever premises that you got going on in your head. I don't want to hear all that. Um, you know what? I like it. I like it. Um, I like it. I think it's cute. I think I will do as little as possible though with these little lines here that show which way the flower petals are actually going. Look at me. I'm still behind the thing talking like you're going to hear. I want to do as little as possible with these lines that are showing where the flower petal is going. I also feel like I need more leaf, but frankly, I'm not sure where to put it exactly. Yeah. Um, let's do like this. I'm not gonna have like super detail on every leaf. Yeah, maybe about like this. Cause like remember, you're not well, let me put it back on here to show you're not gonna see a whole lot of that. Let's put this. Yeah. So in the tattoo, you would only see about that much of the flower in the first place. So a whole chunk of this, you're gonna be like, hmm, like just to like really try and show. This is what it's gonna look like. That's how much extra part of the flower there is. So like, yeah, a good chunk of this is gonna be invisible as far as other people are concerned. Nobody will ever know what it looked like because it's not gonna be there. And to kind of keep this thing happening, I really like that little thing that I got happening there. I might put one here. Hmm. Yeah, I did like this to keep that theme. I don't know, you can't see it. Yeah. So again, when you put the thing on there, it's not like perfectly lined up, but it'll be like this. I just need to handle this flower here. I don't think that I'm gonna make a stencil or anything because, like I said, I don't know if I'm actually gonna do anything with this. I just want to get a little bit of blah, 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 get a little bit of design practice in. on something that is not a web page because, oh my God, I'm enjoying learning web design and I am taking it like very seriously from like a design standpoint because I do enjoy design. Um, it's really fun. However, just the fact that unlike with like a pencil and paper, you have to spend hours just like typing it out what you want it to possibly look like. Unless you're using one of those programs that just gives you the CSS for what you're doing. Bruh, it is really frustrating. It's really hard. Not that I didn't already know those things, but oh my goodness. Where is my other sketchbook? I have too many sketchbooks. Where'd I put it? テイクアウトトラッシュのリマインダーです。 It's trash day. テイクアウトトラッシュのリマインダーです。 I'm not gonna take out the trash. My trash can just isn't full enough for me to justify taking it out right now. So I'm not gonna do that. Oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that one. Yeah. I might just use this like a reference, like a second reference. And just see where it goes, man. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, so I do have an Alexa. She is in Japanese because I am lazy. And that's why she speaks with a weird accent. It's because she's not actually in English, or the language setting is not English. That's what's going on there. Originally, I had her set to English when I first got the thing, but I found that just like the things you could do were a little bit limited because she is Japanese. Like just the stuff that you can ask for is, I felt like it was a little bit limited because I didn't know how to translate some of it. Like how does Amazon translate it? I don't know. So I changed her back to her original language, even though I had been using her in English before. So that's why some of my notifications are still in English. And no, I will not change them because everybody has an accent and I understand her just fine. That's the goal, to be understood, and I understand crystal clear. Mm, yeah, I think I'm gonna simplify that a little bit. I'm gonna do like I did here. Usually, I would put like another layer if this was a bigger flower, but I'm gonna skip that and I'm gonna go straight for the layer before the other petals will be falling out. So I'm gonna go like this is the first layer, this is the second layer, and then the last one, layer would be here. But like before, let me put this on here so we can see. Like before, you aren't really gonna see much of those bottom petals there. I'm actually gonna do like this so I can see exactly where I'm gonna be able to see. Yeah, you're not gonna see most of the bottom here. So I'm not gonna trip. I'm gonna just do my thing. And we can start on this second thing. Um, yeah, I don't like the shape of that. I don't like that at all. Yeah, I don't like that. Ugh, that's gross. Yeah, I would love to put like a little eyeball in here, but I feel like it'll be eyeball overkill because the moth has so many eyeballs as it is that it's probably a bit much if I just like add more. I don't know. What if I did like scribbles on the inside? Would that be cute? I don't know. I just know that I do not like this line here. What was I saying? Oh my god. This is why I can't like script a video. I never remember what I'm talking about. I think I was talking about coding before. I've been working really hard on it, but I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sucks. It's kind of frustrating. What if it was like folded in? Yeah. Yeah. What was I saying? Coding. It's hard. It's hard stuff. And I've been working on it. Right now I'm doing, I guess, kind of a personal project. It is literally just a personal website, just like, a profile pretty much, just like an artist profile. I'm gonna put, some of my work as an artist, some of my work as a translator, my social medias, contact form, all of that type of stuff. Um, I'm working on like a little tarot card thing, but that's gonna involve JavaScript, which I don't enjoy. I gotta, well, technically, the JavaScript that pulls out your tarot card is already written. That was written weeks ago. Now I just have to like actually get the interface down, and that's the part that I'm really not looking forward to. Because if you know, there are like how many? 70 something. I'm not even gonna go back and count. There's 70 something, I think like almost 80, 78, if I'm not mistaken, tarot cards in a typical deck. There are 22 major arcana cards. Right now, my code only works for 22 major arcana cards because that is a lot of code. That is a lot. And I am one person. So I cut it down to 22. But what that also means is when I get the interface going, I'm going to need to have at least 22 pictures of tarot cards. Um, and I would like for them to be original. I'm going to take them myself. It's going to be like, it's all me, okay? All the staging and stuff for the photos, everything, it's all me. I think I'm going to do like one. And then maybe like, let's come out here and do this two. That one's pretty big, so it's just a ton of code. It is very intimidating. It would be a lot easier if I had a team. Like I'm almost at the point where I want to just like recruit some friends to be like, y'all, can you help me out here? This is extremely intimidating. I am only one person. But frankly, I need the practice, especially seeing as the actual code I'm going to use for the JavaScript is already done. I'm trying to get into design specifically, so I feel like I might be able to workshop some stuff with them, get some advice, this, that, the other. But I really feel like I should probably just do it myself, at least on this one. I know if you actually end up going into making websites and stuff, especially for bigger companies and whatnot, if I actually end up going that route in the future, I don't know. You do need to have like people skills. You need to be able to work together, collaborate. You can't be like oh, everything's mine type of person. And I'm already not that type of person to begin with. I don't think that part is going to be hard or anything. It's just good to get that practice in, like from jump. It's good to get that practice of, you know, everything isn't mine. That whole collaboration mindset. You gotta come in there at the start, like, hey, I can work with people. But I have been um, in the industry that I'm in, speaking English for a very long time, and that is a very people centric kind of industry to be in. So I feel like when it comes to working with people, I am perfectly fine. As a matter of fact, I can work with literally any people at this point. Old, young, baby, doesn't matter to me. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Now, this is also why I like to do the sped up live streams, and I just moved over from Facebook because I'm looking at my time. It is taking me an hour and I'm not quite finished. But you know what? I'm also not asleep. I'm sleepy. I want to get in the bed, but I won't. How should we curve this? I feel like here. Hmm. Oh, nobody's gonna see that. Nobody's gonna see it. It's fine. I mean, y'all are gonna see it if you watch this. Because I said it in my other video from before. Sometimes I decided that I should hide things in art videos. Actually, that's upside down. This is what it would look like. I decided that I'm gonna just start hiding things in art videos because people don't actually really watch my art videos very much. Like they probably have the least amount of clicks on my channel. Mm, mm, which I don't have a whole bunch of people follow me. And I don't really know that I'm upset by that. I'm fine. Just there's a lot of responsibility that comes with like a bigger following. I'm very much aware of that. And sometimes you think about it and you're just like, oof, I'm so glad that I do not have all of that responsibility and all of those like expectations on me. Actually, I do need something here because you can see this. So, what should I put here? Let's say that there was actually something like here. Yeah, we're gonna have a something here. Ooh, but you can't see that. Oh my gosh. Like you really can't see that. Oof. Let me do like this maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Um, I actually feel like this should be bigger. But I also feel like you can't see it. Oh my gosh. It's like, that pedal, if you could see it better, I would make it bitter, bigger. But because you can't see it, I'm like, even if I did make it bigger, like if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around, did anybody actually hear that? No. Or no, not did anybody hear it. Oof, look at me. I'm just messing up this phrase. Does it make a sound? It's like, well, yeah, it makes a sound. I'm gonna know that in the original drawing, the proportions did not quite make sense. But the person looking at it wouldn't. I guess that's kind of all that matters is the person looking at it would be like, that looks like a flower to me, whatever. Um, okay. This is where I'm at now. Yeah, I like that. It's a little bit different from this one, but that's fine. I did need to simplify it a little bit because, like I said, I am dark skinned. It's going to be black ink on dark skin, and it's already small as it is. I don't want to try and pack too much detail into here because I've done that in my own tattoo on my thigh and in a couple tattoos on my arm. I was asking for way more detail than I should have. And really, I wish that the artist who did it had said that. Or, I mean, it's possible he didn't really know it himself because there's not a whole bunch of dark skinned people getting tattooed around here. But here we go. Final touches, the leaves. The leaves. Wait a minute. That's center here. I guess that's just barely big enough. I'm gonna feel a little bit better making it like that big, even though nobody's gonna see that. Um, yeah, it's time to put some leaves in here. Mm, hmm. May or may not be about to sneeze. Don't know. Hmm. Um, this is where I am now. I think I like it. Yeah, I think I like this. Let me put the moth back on here so we can see what we're working with. And this is why I put so many little lines before, so I could try and line it up as close as possible to before. So this this is the tattoo. I think it's pretty cute. I think I'm gonna add just like a couple more little ooh, sparkly starry things here. Ooh, that scared me. This is one of my, I don't think I would call it a plug, but I like them because they're really easy to get in. Like, even if, let's say, oh my gosh, just eraser dust everywhere. Whew. Even if, let's say I haven't worn my jewelry in a hot second, like a very hot second. I don't mean like I haven't worn it in months. I wouldn't jump back. But if I took it out for the night and they shrunk up a little bit, I'm at 00, so they don't shrink up too much anymore. But it's nice to just be able to ball up the jewelry and shove it in there and it just goes in because it's like, whatever. I'm made of plastic anyway. Doo, 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 doo. Yeah, I liked this a lot better when I wasn't trying to make it perfectly straight. That's like another thing I learned from, oh, you're not supposed to see that picture. That's another thing I learned from doing the one that's on my thigh already. When you do these little sparkly, dusty mabobs, one thing that you should really, really be careful of is not putting the line too close to the dot, because as your tattoo heals, the ink is probably going to expand a little bit and you're going to end up with not this. You're going to end up with just like an asterisk, which is also cute. It's also an aesthetic, okay? I'm not saying asterisks are ugly. I'm saying that's not what I tattooed on myself. It wasn't an asterisk. It wasn't supposed to be an asterisk. So it was like, man, that's interesting. Well, I'm glad that I actually did that though. Because really, the moth itself, if I actually like draw it and then continue the line, because wait. So if you actually look at the way that I've done this, there is a little bit of like a space between the actual moth and then the line here. I did draw just enough. I didn't think about this little thing there, but it looks like I did just enough under it that I could put it on top of the flower and it will be fine. And I didn't put anything on this side because I already have a tattoo there. So I hope my gross whatever sinus issues are not as obvious to you as they are to me. I'm struggling right now and I'm trying to be polite because this is a live stream. But here we go. There it is. That's the tattoo. I think I'm going to line this and then I'm going to call it a day. And because this is Copic paper, I'm gonna take a Copic multi-liner. I'm pretty sure I lined this with a 1. I'm gonna do the detailed parts. Not detailed, outline. I said the opposite of what I meant. Right? Yeah. Yeah. And even the places where it like flips over should be in the outline. Outlining, it makes me have to focus so much. So I'm probably gonna be like awkwardly quiet through some of this. It's not intentional. Just outlining makes me focus super hard because I want to have like a nice, crisp line when I do this. And, quite frankly, if you don't really focus, sometimes you'll forget where you are. Drawing looks really easy and brainless, but it's really not a lot of times. There's a lot of thought involved. You have to think about like angles and oh, what would it look like if this was doing that and that was doing that over there? Um, and you're not gonna actually see this far down, but I'm gonna line this too, just completion's sake. That and I want to make sure for when I actually do the stencil for real that I have enough of a guide under here. Yeah, I think I like that. And I'm going to use the same one here. I'm like trying to be mindful and leave some extra space. I don't know how well it's working. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave some of these leaves open too, again, to just reduce the amount of lines that I have here. This is also why you don't tattoo yourself without like training. I am the first one to sort of kind of advocate for situations like Japan's, where technically there is nowhere that you can go to be hmm, like officially trained by any kind of government official anyway. A lot of people are scratchers here, or that's what they would be called in the US. Like a lot of really nice, legitimate tattoo artists here would definitely be qualified as scratchers and kitchen wizards back home. You know, if people knew the laws here, they would definitely look down on a lot of what the artists here do. And some of it, like honestly, I'm right there with you. Some of the stuff I see is like, I don't know. I think I said it before, but there are no like health code things that you necessarily have to follow as a Japanese tattoo artist. And I think that's gross. I think that should change. You know, countries like Japan and Korea, I think probably officials feel like, oh, if we just ignore the whole subculture, because we associate it with crime and stuff, it'll just go away. It's like, yeah, no, people are just gonna do it in more dangerous ways. Really, there need to be regulations to keep everybody safe. And I kind of like leaving these spaces here. So I'm just gonna make a note in pencil to leave like spaces like this open. So I just want to. I like that because it, again, it gives the ink a little bit of space to breathe. Yeah, it gives the ink a little bit of space to breathe as it's healing on your skin. So that was a one. I'm gonna take a five next. I'm gonna go down a little bit. Really, another reason that I'm not gonna do this tattoo on myself um right now immediately. Oh my gosh, is I don't have the needles for it. Yes, the shop does have the needles for it, but I would like to buy my own. I don't want to be like a financial burden. So I would like to be able to say, like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. I got you, fam. Here I come with my own needles. Shop owner is my friend, so I know he does not actually care. But you know, I think because he's my friend, that makes me care a little bit more. When I'm using resources and stuff, I feel horrible if I use a lot of resources because I don't really have a customer base or anything. I'm just an apprentice. If you see me posting online asking for people to practice on, I don't actually really make anything from that. Um, the fee that I charge really just covers supplies and the space at the shop. So when I walk away from having done a tattoo that day, I am not really walking away with any money at all. And when I say not really, what I mean is by the time I pay for supplies and stuff, it is literally like 0 yen profit. So the thing, if you look at my profile, says, oh yeah, it's 3,000 yen. Just like book me, dude. In actuality, it's like, oh, it's 0 yen. Book me, dude. Yeah, I like that. So this is where I'm at now. And if we put the little guy back on here, let's put him back on. Oh wait, let me put some extra tape on him to keep him down a little bit. Ooh. So that I don't have to like hold him down. Yeah, I think I actually really like this. I think this is really cute. I would love to have this on my leg. This is so cute. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. But anyway, I've been on here for like an hour and a half. Yes, I could go back and like erase the lines, but I'm not going to. I'm just not going to. I'm done. Yay. If I do end up tattooing this on my leg, I will post it on social media. I'm not gonna do it today. I'm not even gonna do a stencil today. Maybe I'll come back and live stream the stencil. Don't know. But I am signing off so I can finish my half-eaten um, toast with chocolate on it that frankly is probably all like weird and soggy because it's just been having chocolate sitting on it for an hour. I'll catch y'all later. See ya. Let me push the button actually and then say see ya. See ya. And now I'm pushing the button.